Hello guys, and welcome to another prediction video for the SY Nations Cup. I have already done a prediction video covering the group stage, and that will be linked in the description below the video, but today we are going to look at the knockout stages for the remaining 8 teams of the Nations Cup. There will also be links in the description of the video to AOC Zone, where you can find all the information you might need to keep up with the tournament. The results of the group stage are currently in front of you, and that leaves us with these 8 nations to fight for the trophy. Czech Republic A surely made Argentina sweat, and China EMA pulled off an impressive draw with Finland, but in the end all the 8 teams I predicted to advance managed to pull through, although I didn't get all the group positions right. If you want to have a closer look at who represents each nation, please pause the video now before we enter the predictions for the knockout stage. Alright, this is what the double elimination bracket of the knockout stage looks like. We have 2 of the favorites clashing right away, with China A or China SY facing Finland in the first match. Next up is China Frantic or China B facing Canada. The third match is Brazil B against Argentina, and the fourth Brazil A versus Vietnam. To keep the video fairly short, I will not do any big analysis, but rather just give predictions on who will advance and not exact results. As mentioned, I think China A and Finland are both 2 of the favorites to win the whole thing, and with one of them dropping to the losers bracket right away, the pressure will be on. I think China A have a very well-oiled machinery, and will be able to perform better under the pressure right off the bat. Therefore, I think Finland will be the first team to drop to the losers bracket. If China B were to defeat Canada, there would be a Chinese war in the first semi-final of the winners bracket. I don't think that will happen, however. While there are some question marks on Canada A's team chemistry and practice amount, they should still have the stronger level of players, especially with the impressive defeat of Finland in the group stage in mind. And I think they will better China B. Canada to advance, with Finland facing the second Chinese team in the losers bracket. Argentina A had a tricky group stage. A draw against Brazil C set them up for a tough match versus Czech Republic. They came out on top, but now had to face Brazil B, who on the other hand had a very convincing group stage, with a win in all their 3 matches. I think Brazil B are clear favorites here, and I think they will advance. The fourth match between Brazil A and Vietnam is a very hard one to call. I think Vietnam is one of the teams that can beat anyone, but I also think they can Titanic, as people like to say, and lose to anyone. Brazil A's weakness right now is their team depth, in my opinion, and this one can go either way. It will probably depend on which team has a better day, but I'm going to go with Vietnam. The 2 matches in the losers bracket both have clear favorites in my eyes, and I think both of them will pull off a victory and keep their dream of reaching the LAN final alive. Finland and Brazil A to advance, with China B and Argentina eliminated to play a placement match. The 2 semifinals of the winners bracket both hold a golden ticket to the LAN finals in China, so a win here is crucial for all the teams. Canada does have the potential, but I do think China A is just too damn solid and will get through convincingly to secure their spot at the LAN final. The second semifinal is a rematch from the group stage, where Brazil B were able to defeat Vietnam 3-1. I have a feeling that if they were to meet again, Vietnam would manage to flip it around and come out the victor, sending Brazil B to the losers bracket while advancing to the LAN finals themselves. These losers bracket rounds also hold a ticket to the LAN final. This would be a very interesting scenario where both Brazilian teams are in danger of being eliminated. There have been a lot of talk about whether Brazil have screwed themselves over with making 2 good teams instead of making 1 great team. At this stage, matches can always go either way, but I tend to agree with that sentiment, and unfortunately I think we'd be saying goodbye to both the Brazilian teams. At this stage we would be at the LAN venue playing games live on stage in front of an audience, and you never know how that's going to impact players or teams. Canada against Finland will be another rematch from the group stage, where they drew 2-2. I think Finland will be extremely well prepared, and with their great teamwork they should be able to defeat Canada and still have a chance to win the whole Nations Cup. For the winners bracket finals, we would have China A versus Vietnam. I think China A's experience would grant them the win over the Vietnamese team, who I think will struggle more with nerves compared to their opponents. China to the grand final, Vietnam to face Finland in the losers bracket final. The pressure will be on in the losers bracket final, and being from the Great North, Finland will have nerves of steel and will take the step up to face China SY in the grand final. For the grand final of the Nations Cup, I think there will be an extremely close match, where in the end, in front of their home audience, I think China A would edge out Finland and become the champions of the SY Nations Cup 2017. So that would leave us with these final standings, adding in my predictions for the placement matches as well. Getting every match right is close to impossible, and keep in mind that these are all just my own predictions based on nothing but my own thoughts. One match going wrong would screw up my whole prediction. So what do you think I got wrong and what did I get right? What are your own thoughts? Who do you think will win the Nations Cup? Let me know in the comments section below. I'll finish the video by letting you know that I will be casting Finland vs China A on Sunday at 12 GMT on my own Twitch channel, where Doubt will also be co-casting. I will also co-cast Brazil B vs Argentina A on Doubt's Twitch channel on Sunday at 19 GMT. Links are in the description. Hope you drop by on Sunday, and hope that you're hyped for the rest of the Nations Cup. Thanks for watching, goodbye.